Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Michelle from Country Morning Creations, and I'm here with a video of two new things. One is my July journal and the other is my new folio. But I thought I would start with my old folio just to let you know it's definitely time to replace this. So this was a folio I made using a Nick the Booksmith course, and it was basically how to make this folio. And I made a couple of changes to what she had, and then how to do all the inside stuff like this and make your journals and all of that. So this was starting to look tired. This is not actually fabric. This is, I forget what it's called, but it's used for packaging and mailing things, like those mailers that are really, they don't tear. So it's a great product, but over time, a lot of wear and tear. I write in this thing every day, and I've done it almost for a full year now. So I've done this almost every day for a year, and it's just looking old. And part of what happened was I had it in my luggage, and I went to Texas, and it sat on the tarmac, and because this was made with cardboard, it warped. So all the cardboard is warped inside, and this is my old June one. I haven't taken that out yet. And this was just a calendar that I never used. And then here's the back. So I really thought about making a new one, and I thought, okay, how am I going to make a new one? What would be important to me? And although this has a pen holder here, what that does then is I put my pen in there, and you'll see that, it still takes up space this way, and there was room for it, but I didn't like how that looked. And quite honestly, I never used any of this stuff, nor did I ever use any of this stuff in the back. So I thought, okay, what do I really want in one? And I really thought about it, and this is what I came up with. All right. Ooh, yes, I can hear you guys oohing and ahhing. First of all, I need to give credit where credit is due. This cover is not original with me. I actually saw Emily, hi Emily, from Raven Relics. Her link is below. Go check out her books. They are absolutely stunning. One of my goals in life is to own one of her books. She makes these journals. They're all Coptic stitched. They are hardboard. They're high quality. They're gorgeous. So I found this fabric at Hobby Lobby, and it reminded me of her Marie Antoinette book. And so I thought, okay, I need this. I want to do this for my folio. And then going through what's on the outside, she had put corner protectors, just the kind that you glue on, not the Tim Holtz kind. And these were originally silver, and I used this stuff. It's rose gold metallic luster. It's actually like a wax or a paste. And so I did that over these two silver ones, and I really love the look of the pink and the rose gold with the blue and white. I just think it's gorgeous. And this has a solid 1.5-inch spine, and I did some more embellishing with that wax on the spine. And then on the back, I just left it blank so it would lie flat. This is actually a cross between two different Nick the Booksmith classes. So this is from her folio class, and then when we get inside, I'll show you what I used from her traveling notebook class. And I highly recommend them both. And what's really cool is once you take a couple of her classes, you start combining things and coming up with original stuff like this. And so it's so much fun. So her stuff, of course, is linked below as well. I just tied it right now with a piece of seam binding that I coffee dyed. And pretty much I probably will only use that when I need to go traveling. And I take this with me because really this just lays flat, and I'm going to be in it every day. So let's get into the inside of my folio, and then I'll show you what is with this. This is my July journal. And when you come into the front, there's a pocket here, and I've not put anything in this yet. I'm still not quite sure what all I want to put in here yet, so I just put a little pocket at the front. And then my July folio, or July planner, well actually journal, is held in. This is elastic, so that's holding it in. And I only put in room for one this time because I put this box in the back. And why I put the box in the back was, one, so I could take something smaller for traveling. The other one that I made is really big, and it's got something like a 3.5 inch spine. So it's pretty thick and it's much wider. This is just a 1.5 inch square spine. So it doesn't, it's just flat. It's not a rounded spine. And maybe the next time I make one of these, I'll make it a rounded spine so it looks more like a book. But for now, that's what I did. And then inside is this box, and it holds my pens and pencils. And so I don't know what I'm going to put in these parts yet either. And it's just laces the, boy, I am out of it today. So I didn't sleep well enough last night. Maybe that's it. I need more coffee. So I used laces the hinges, and I made a tab here, and that just holds it shut like that, so even if I'm traveling it doesn't do that. So now, last but not least, I'm just going to leave my book in here since I already have it in here, and this is my July journal. So if you have seen any of my previous journals, I'm going to explain it again. But one of the reasons why I love this idea of a folio in journals is I can make this beautiful cover and then refill it over and over and over again. So I'm not having to make a new journal every time. I'm just making a signature instead of a whole journal. So every month I make a new signature. One of my projects for this month is now to come up with a binder that will hold 6 months worth of signatures, if that makes sense. So this is my July one. Again, I used the Spring Farmhouse. You may have seen that in my video called The Country Gentleman. So this would be like one signature out of that book. And I do a monthly journal because I can wrap my brain around it. It's just how my brain works. If you were to hand me a really thick journal, my brain would shut down because I can't fill a whole journal. But I can do one of these every month. It doesn't overwhelm me. So if you're like me, I highly recommend doing a monthly journal. I just took, this is brown cardstock, and again, I used the wax, but this time I used the Gold Rush. So this one is a brighter gold, which goes more with the gold on the paper, the gold foil. Again, this is from Nick, and I've been using these all year. These were some of the embellishments that came with the kit for this paper pack. So I'm thinking, we'll see, but I'm thinking about doing 6 months worth of this paper pack and then binding them together in one journal again. So let's get into this. Very simple. I keep these really simple. If you want to make your own, I have a tutorial on how to make your own just journal like this. Keep it really simple. There's no pockets. This one has no sewing. I have done sewing in the past, but this one doesn't have pockets or sewing or any of that. It's just blank to write in. And usually I will put, and I just haven't gotten to it yet, it's July 1st when I'm filming this. I haven't gotten my goals in there yet, but I got up bright and early this morning and made this so I could get my July 1st day one in. I journal in the morning because if I wait until at night, it just won't happen. And I love being able to sit back and reflect on what my plans are for today. And this is all coffee dyed. And what I did, I went and bought hammer mill paper to put in this journal and for all my future journals because it's acid free. I always coffee dye my paper and then neutralize the coffee using baking soda. But then I found out that not all paper is acid free. So if I'm neutralizing the coffee acid and then putting it on acidic paper, I basically defeated that. So from now on, all of my journals will be made with hammer mill paper that is acid free and coffee dyed with the acid neutralization of the baking soda, because hopefully that will prevent the ink from fading or any pictures that I put in here. I did put an Edith Holden book page in here and lots of just blanks. And this is a flip, so I can flip this out and have more writing space, and I can decorate this side of it. Of course, I have to have my tracing paper because I just love that crunchy sound and how it looks. This is a page from it's actually a secretary's dictionary, so it has a lot of information. The front part was all about how to do correspondence and all those things that are important for secretaries. And then the back part was actually a dictionary, and this is from the 1930s, so I love using that. There's another flip. So I love having those in my personal journals. This is the center, and I just left these loose. I didn't do anything with them, I just cut it. And I do use, this is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, by the way, in here. Oh, looks like I left that a little bit loose. I probably need to go back and tie that tighter. We'll see. And then there's that dictionary page again, another flip. I think I have 4 flips total in here, maybe. And the tracing paper, more blank copy paper, the Edith Holden page. Yep, 4th flip, that's it. And just more blank paper, and then the back. So this is simply made using just a piece of cardstock. So it's really easy to make a monthly journal just out of cardstock. So I hope that after looking through all of this, I've inspired you to be creative today, and I hope you've liked this. Go check out Emily's, her YouTube and her Instagram. She's Raven Relics on both, and I love her books. So go check them out, and that was my inspiration for this. So I hope I've inspired you to be creative today. Bye.